بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. أيها الإخوة والأخوات، أهلا بكم في الحلقة رقم 10. This is session number 10, and in it we'll continue, of course, practicing the verb be. And I wanted to point out something, and that is that the exercises that we use, that we go through in the slides, come directly from your book, which is, of course, this one. And you know it. This is the book that we use for exercises. Okay? So let's continue our practice. Okay? And I think I'm going to repeat here very quickly the exercise that we've done in session number 9, and which is to write sentences with is, isn't, are, aren't, and the given information. And you have them here. We said that Africa a city. First we want to say that Africa isn't a city, it is a continent. Okay, a city, of course Africa is not a city, so we say it is not, right? It isn't a city, it's a continent. Baghdad and Chicago are cities, they aren't continents. And Canada is a country, it isn't a city. Jakarta is not, of course, is not a country or isn't a country, it's a city. And the rest of the exercise, Beijing and London are cities, they aren't countries. Asia isn't a country, it's a continent. Asia isn't a country, it is, or it's a continent. Asia and South America, are they continents or are they what, countries or what? And of course Asia and South America, as we know, are continents and they aren't countries. There are countries in them, of course. There are a lot of countries in these two continents. There are countries in Asia, like for example Saudi Arabia and India and all, Pakistan, all of them, China, these are in Asia. And there are countries in South America like Brazil, Argentina, and some other countries there. Okay. Exercise number 2, complete the sentences, use an article. Or an, and we did that, of course, and we know that we use, of course, right? When the first sound in the word that comes right after it starts with a consonant, and an, if the word that comes after that, of course, starts with a vowel. And here, of course, you get the answers there, all right? Because we had them before, and I don't want to, of course, spend more time. All right, so a horse is an animal, English is a language, Tokyo is a city, Australia is a country, red is a color, a dictionary is a book, a hotel is a building, a bear is an animal, a bee is an insect, an ant is an insect as well. And here we also use a or an, but we use some words, all right, to complete the sentences again. Some words in the box like animal, city, country, insect, language, and sport. Arabic is a language, Rome is a city, a cat is an animal, tennis is a sport, Chicago is a city, Spanish is a language, Mexico is a country, a cow is an animal, a fly is an insect, baseball is a sport, China is a country, and Russian is a language. Okay? All right, next exercise, change the singular sentences to plural. All right? We want to change the singular sentences to plural. How do we do that? Look at the first one, with blue. This is a noun that starts with an, it is singular. An ant is an insect. What is the plural of an ant? And can we still use an in front of the word ant when we make it plural, or no? Okay. These sentences, of course, are all singular, all right? These are all singular. Each sentence is in singular form. And now we want to make plural sentences from these singular sentences. So with the first one, an ant is an insect. We say, ants are insects. Look at ants here. Ants are insects. The S here, all right, is because ants are plural. Ants, a noun. Are, the verb be. And insects is also another noun. Two nouns, all right, and we have the verb be to link them. And of course, we use the correct form, which is the verb be, are, because we have the noun ants in plural and the noun insects also in plural. Number 2, a computer is a machine. A computer is a machine. What is the plural form for computer? It is computers. Computers are machines. Computers are machines. A dictionary is a book. A dictionary is a book. And the plural, right, would be dictionaries. And here there's kind of, in these nouns, we just add S. But of course, when you have a noun that ends with Y, the letter Y, what we do basically is we take out the Y and instead we add IES. IES. That's the plural for words that end with Y. Unless, of course, we have, some other nouns that we will discuss later. And we have actually discussed some of them in the first few lessons. Okay, so dictionaries are books. A chicken is a bird. It's one. So we need the plural. Chickens are birds. Chickens are birds. A rose is a flower. Roses are flowers. A carrot is a vegetable. Carrots are vegetables. A rabbit is an animal. Rabbits are animals. Egypt is a country. Indonesia is a country. And we need to use both to connect both, to talk about both Egypt and Indonesia in one sentence and say Egypt and Indonesia are countries. And here we use the word and because we have two countries, right? Egypt and Indonesia are countries. And again, the word country here ends with Y, so the plural form is IES. Winter is a season. Summer is a season. All right, winter and summer, right? Winter and summer are seasons. Seasons. Next exercise, number 5. Find the adjective. This is now this exercise about adjectives because in the previous lesson we discussed adjectives with the verb be. Find adjectives in the first sentence, then complete the second sentence with be plus an adjective that has the opposite meaning. Use the adjectives in the list. Use each adjective only once. In this box, we have some adjectives, some words. Let me read them. First one is beautiful, or you can say beautiful. So, beautiful, beautiful. Clean, clean. Easy, easy. Expensive, expensive. Fast, fast. Happy, noisy. Old, poor, short, tall. Okay. I'm not sad, and if I'm not sad, what does that mean? That means, yeah, happy. Okay? That means I'm happy, because happy is the opposite of sad. And again, here you have the subject, you have the verb be, and you have the adjective. Remember the form, the verb be form? We have, with the use of adjectives, we said we have the verb, the subject, then the verb, and then the adjective. Okay. Mr. Thomas isn't rich. If he isn't rich, that means he is what? That means he's poor. He's poor. Poor. This is the opposite of rich. My hair isn't long. If it's not long, then it's short. My clothes aren't dirty. If they're not, of course, that means they're clean. Flowers aren't ugly. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. Again, this is plural. Cars aren't cheap. Cars aren't cheap. They're expensive. Airplanes aren't slow. Slow. We need the opposite of the adjective slow. That's fast, of course, and we say they're fast. They here refers to airplanes. Okay? Notice, by the way, that he refers to Mr. Thomas. It refers to my hair, and they refers to my clothes. They to the flowers. They refers to cars, and they here refers to airplanes. Airplanes. And this is the second part of the exercise. Same exercise, of course, same words, but we have more sentences here to finish. Grammar, number 8. Grammar isn't difficult. If grammar isn't difficult, that means it's easy. And number 9, my sister isn't short, she's tall. My grandparents aren't young, they're old. The classroom isn't quiet, it's noisy. And again, the opposite word or meaning of this word, the opposite meaning of easy is difficult. Tall, the opposite is short. The opposite of young is old. The opposite of quiet is noisy. Okay. And then exercise 6 is write sentences using is or are and an adjective from the list. Use each adjective only once. Again, we have some other adjectives. Cold, dangerous, okay? Cold, dangerous, dry, flat, funny, hot, important, large, big, round, small, sour, square, sweet, and wet. Okay, now fire. What, of course, adjective can we use to describe fire? Is it cold? Is it what? Is it the best one, of course? Well, it is dangerous, but it's not dry. Well, the best, of course, one here, the best adjective to, of course, finish that sentence is hot. Yes, and it is hot. Fire is hot. Ice and snow, what? Are they cold or hot? Or round? Or sweet? Or what? Well, ice and snow are cold. Cold. A box. A box is square. That's singular. A box is square. Balls and oranges. Balls and oranges are round. Sugar is sweet. An elephant, that's an animal. An elephant, is it small or big? Look, try to compare elephant with mouse. The size. Are they the same size? Of course not. An elephant is big, but a mouse is small. A rainforest is wet, but a desert is dry. And the rest of the exercise here, a joke is, and of course we need to cross out the words that we used, of course, so that we kind of know what exactly the words or the adjectives left. A joke is, what is it? Is it, can we say a joke is cold or dangerous or dry, flat, or what? Of course, a joke is funny because you'll laugh after you hear a joke or a good joke. Okay, so a joke is funny, and good health is important. Good health is important. Guns aren't safe. And if they're not safe, of course, that means they're dangerous. The opposite of safe is dangerous. A coin is small, round, and flat. A lemon is sour. A lemon is sour. A lemon is sour. All right. Now let's move on to the next exercise. 7. Complete the sentences with a preposition that describes the pictures. Use each preposition only once. We have some prepositions here. This exercise is about, of course, remember that we have discussed the prepositions in, on, above, under, between, next to, and all of these. Now, this exercise, of course, here, or this exercise here, right, we need to basically complete the sentences using the prepositions that describe the location of the ball. Right? So is the ball, for example, on, is it under, is it in or next to, or where? The ball is where? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? It is in the box. So the ball is in the box. Now, of course, we can see it here because, you know, this is not a real box. Anyway, it is inside. It's in the box. The ball is in the box. And here's another box, and it is where? All right. The ball is it on, under, or where? It is actually next to the box. Next to the box. And another box there, and here is the ball, and of course, no, here, the ball here is where? Next or on, is it next, like here? Or is it under, or is it in, or on, or where? The ball is on the box. The ball is on the box. Because here, you can see it is touching the surface of the box, so it is on it. It's on the box. If you have something that is like your book is on the table, that is because it's placed on the table. But here, of course, look where the ball is. Fine. Where is it? Behind. Where would it be? Would it be here, 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 or there, or where? The ball is behind. Well, we don't see the ball, so where is it? It's behind. The ball is behind the box. Okay, and then the rest of the prepositions. Here's the box again. And where is it? We say the ball, if it is here, right, it's not touching, it's not on the surface of the box, and it is, of course, here, we call it above the box. It's above the box, and the box again there, and it is, well, here, what, next to, on, in, or what? Here, it is under the box. It is the ball is under the box. The ball is under the box. And now we have two boxes here. We have two boxes, and we need a sentence here. We need to tell where the ball is. The preposition, of course, here is between. The ball is between the boxes. The ball is between the boxes. So these, of course, prepositions above, under, between, and let's go back just a little bit, and all right, and in, here, on, next to, behind are used to tell about the location of the ball. And now this is the second part of the exercise, when we have the box again, okay, and the ball is where? Where's the ball? Where is the ball? It is what? It's where? The ball is above the box. Here it is above. It is not on, it's not under, it's not next to, it's not in, it is above the box. And the box again, and the ball is under, right? This is under the box. Okay, the ball is under the box. And we have two boxes here, and the ball is there, and it is where? It's between them. So the ball is between the boxes. All right, now we want to look here at the verb be in its past form, because until now, of course, we just look at the use of the verb be in present tense. Now in past, right, the verb be, as we said earlier, it's an important auxiliary verb. It is known as a helping verb, and it is used both in the present tense, which we have just finished, and it's also used in the past. These are the forms of the verb be in the past: was and were. And let's look at some examples, all right? For affirmative sentences, questions, and negative, okay? Singular, all right, you have, that's for the, of course, present, again, it's just repeated. We wanted to get the past, right? Back again here. Look, here, this is present, in the present, verb be in the present, I am, right? And the question is, am I, all right? And I'm not, all right? These are the, in the present. And you are, he is, she is, it is. This is all, you are, they are. Am I? Are you? Is he? Is she? Right? Are you? Or are we? Are they? I'm not. You are not. He is not. She is not. It is not. We are not. They are not. Again, here it is all verb be in the present tense. Whereas here, of course, we have some examples again. For the present tense again, you have them all. We have discussed them in a previous lesson. Now let's look at them in the past, all right? The past, was and were. Affirmative, question, and negative. And we use was with singular, were with plural. So I was, you were, right? And we, so I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were. That's for affirmative. For questions, was I. Again, notice that the verb be all here comes before the subject. And to make them negative, again, we use the verb be, was, right? Were here and was here, right? And then the word negative, the word not for the, of course, to make the sentence negative. Okay, that's past again. All right. So now we look at some examples. Affirmative. For example, I was a teacher. Right? I was a teacher. You were a student. He was a student. She was a student. It was a pen. We were happy. They were happy. Questions. Okay. Was I a teacher? Were you a student? Was he a student? Was she a student? Was it a pen? Were we happy? Were they happy? Negative. I was not a teacher. You are not a student. Right? He was not a student. She was not a student. It was not a pen. And with plural, we were not happy and they were not happy. All right, and now we use the verb, the irregular verb have, okay? The irregular verb have and has. We use them for position. We use them for position. For example, here with of course, the subjects, I, you, we, they, the students, Ahmed and Ali, Lena and Muna, we say have, okay? We have. I have, you have, we have, they have, the students have, right? All right? A book, okay? And with, of course, he, she, it, and the singulars, like the student, Ahmed, Lena, or my son has a book. Say, I have a book, he has a book. You have a book, she has a book. All right? We have a book, it, okay, has a book. They have a book, the student has a book. The students, and of course, you can, of course, read it yourselves. But anyway, have is used with these kinds of subjects, and has is used with these. All right. Now let's take an exercise here to complete the following sentences using was or where. Last week, that's past. Okay. I in Mecca. I, of course, was. I was, because we use the word. We want the verb be was. All right. I was in Mecca. My friends were, because that's plural. My friends were in Jeddah for job interviews. I happy to see you yesterday. I was happy to see you yesterday. We're talking about yesterday. And he here. He was here. All right. But his friends, that's plural, his friends were not. I can't find my books. All right. They were here yesterday. It cold and dark. It was cold and dark. And we, notice the subject is we, so we use the verb be were, the past tense, of course, of the verb be. right? That's where. And you, okay, were you in Riyadh yesterday? That's a question. No, I was in Abha. Right? I was in Abha. And number 8, when was your meeting? It was yesterday. It here, because it's singular, was yesterday. The manager, that's a man, a person, right? I mean, well, a person who might be a manager. Okay, it's singular here. The manager was right. Your points, what? Again, this is plural. Your points were not clear. And the job, what? The job, this is singular, was easy, but some employees were not happy. Some employees were not happy. And with this exercise, we come to the end of this session number 10. And I hope you've learned from this session. And inshallah, in the next one, we'll continue more exercises. Shukran wa salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.